Hello everyone, welcome to Magickal Me. I'm Jamie Mendez, spiritual intuitive and oracle, here with my weekly Moonday Oracle Message. So for anybody who is new to my page, I always like to start out by explaining what the Moonday Oracle Message is. So today is the day of the week we refer to as Monday, but in ancient times it was referred to as Moon Day, and this is because of its planetary connection to the actual moon. So today was dubbed Moon Day instead of Monday, which we have later referred to it now, I should say later referred to it as Monday. So this is a day of connecting with our intuitive nature, a more divine feminine aspects, connecting with the unseen. So it's a great day for discerning guidance or oracular messages. So my oracle message really is about a divine message that we call forth, or I call forth, using my intuitive abilities as well as my oracle cards to bring forward a message for all of us as one. So a message to assist us in getting through the energy of the week for what we all most need to know. If there is a theme or basically like an underlying current that we all could benefit from knowing about in advance. It assists us in basically being able to move with the flow of energy versus against it. So with that said, I like to pull the message with the oracle cards, and then I interpret the message for all of us. And so I set the intention that everybody or anybody who most needs to hear this message will find themselves here listening in divine timing. So that means whether you are watching it live, whether you're watching it on the replay, even if the replay is months from now, you are here hearing a message that will resonate with you uniquely. So while the message is for all of us as one, and we are all one consciousness, we still are all going through things in our own unique way. And so the message will resonate with one person differently than it will the next person, though the message is the same. All right. So again, the message is for the week. And so that is the week of April 29th, 2019. And then after I pull the oracle message, I will pull a mudra message that we can all do together. I'll talk about the mudra in a little bit when we get there. So I'll explain in further depth what mudras are and how they benefit all of us. And these are not personalized readings. So just want to let everybody know about that. I'm not doing individual personal one-on-one readings right now, though I do offer them privately. If you're interested, you can take a peek at my services, my fees, and you could always message me to schedule a private one-on-one reading. Okay, so before I get into the actual reading, I'm going to say hello to everybody and welcome all of you who are tuning in right now. Julie, Karen, Caitlin, Deborah, Shelly, happy Moon Day, love. Laura, Bridget, happy Moon Day. Thank you all for being able to be here. I'm a lot later than usually, and that's because it's a funky day. It just, short and sweet. It's a bit of a funky day. I don't know if all of you are feeling it, but we are moving into the new moon on Saturday. So the new moon is a time of planting new seeds, but prior to getting up to the new moon, because basically the new moon is the time of the cycle when the moon is reborn. So just before the moon is reborn, the moon has to die, yes? So the dark of the moon phase is the day or two before the new moon. So we're kind of building up into that right now, so the energy is getting a little foggy. It's basically our message or sign that it's time to start to go within, to maybe do a little self-work. So it's less about doing things like what I'm doing right now and doing a little bit more of the internal work, the reflecting. So as the days go on and we build up towards Saturday, you might begin to feel that a little bit stronger. And that's absolutely okay. Take the time that you need for yourself to reflect on the month thus far. See what it is that you have learned from the month, and see about any shadows that might be coming up to the surface at that time so that you can recognize them, bring some light to them, and then you can move forward and heal them. And then it's also a great time to reflect on the month coming and what new seeds do you want to plant at the coming new moon. because the new moon is all about that new birth. So it's about the new cycle beginning. So what are you going to plant to grow and manifest? All right. So with that said, we also have a very amazing and favorite time of year for me, and it is the time of an ancient fire festival known as Beltane. So tomorrow, April 30th and May 1st, it actually begins at sundown tomorrow night, and it is open, I should say, the Beltane festival or celebration is open until sundown May 1st. So this is an ancient Gaelic fire festival, and it is the time of year when it was said or believed that the god energy, known as the green man, the horned god, Cernunnos, basically, and this was also celebrated differently in many other cultures as well. So it's not limited to those particular gods, but the god divine, if you will, and then the goddess divine coming together in a sacred marriage, a union of polarities coming together to create the Trinity, coming together to create something or birth something into the manifest. So it was a symbolic time of the divine feminine and the divine masculine coming together in a sacred rite where they would fertilize the earth, if you will. It was a time for planting those seeds that we want to see grow. And it was said that at this time, the goddess energy would actually become pregnant. And so she would carry throughout the summer and give birth in Yule around the winter solstice. So it's a very powerful time right now. This is a very fertile time for all things. So plant those seeds. If it's literal that you're looking to plant some fertile seeds, now's the time. If it's symbolic or other things that you wish to manifest into your life, now's the time. And we have 11 viewers, which is that sacred master number of new opportunities as well as manifesting, because it is the power of one by itself. So you have that forward movement, new beginnings, rebirth energy. So plant those seeds, everybody. Start working on that. You have this powerful window of opportunity right now to begin working on that until the 4th being the new moon. Okay. Hi, Beth. Hello, MJ. Laura, welcome. All right, so really quickly, I'm going to do the rundown of news and events that we have going on over here at Magickal Me, as well as Oracles of the Light. So, this Friday, the 3rd, I actually am launching my 4-week online Oracle card reading course. So I have been reading Oracle cards for many, many years. Prior to that, I read tarot for many, many years. And it is such a love of mine that it inspired me years ago to want to teach other people how to do it. So I have actually been teaching Oracle card reading for quite a few years now. And I got so busy with it that it made me realize that why limit it to just when I'm available. So I actually created a pre-recorded video course that is available online. So no matter where you are in the world. So I launch it and it goes for 4 weeks. All right. So it's basically hosted on Facebook through a private group that you get invited to once you sign up and register for the course. And you really only need a journal and 1 to possibly 2 Oracle card decks, because this is Oracle card reading, so it is not tarot. So Oracle card decks, and you get a new video or lesson each week. You get to watch that video in the privacy of your own home, kind of learning at your own pace in your own time, and you get an assignment to help you practice what you have learned in that week. So every Friday, you'll get a new lesson, and I should say, assuming you've turned in your homework assignment, you'll get the next lesson. So really it's every After every assignment is given, every Friday, there is a new assignment that comes out or a new lesson. And so it kind of helps you progress from one card reading, teaching you all the way up to working with a massive spread. And so it teaches you not only how to read the cards, how to read the cards for yourself to receive divine guidance on a daily basis, to get your own guidance from your own guides, your own higher self, but it also teaches you how to read cards for others professionally or friends and family if you choose to go that route. It helps to give you that confidence, because that's exactly what reading cards did for me. It was really about giving me the confidence that I needed to believe in myself. But really, my course is less about teaching you even how to read cards than it is to teach you how to trust and listen to your own intuitive voice. So really, this is more about teaching you the power of your intuition, teaching you how to trust it, how to understand it, how to interpret it, and then how to understand the language that spirit communicates to us. So there's a lot of powerful things that go into it. I teach slightly a bit about bringing in numerology, slightly a bit about bringing in symbolism, because that's very important. So you're getting a whole lot in 4 weeks. So the event, if you're interested, the last day to register is Friday the 3rd. The event actually launches Friday the 3rd, but you still have that opportunity to get on in there. So the event is on my page. Check it out. If you're interested, shoot me a message and we'll get you registered and all squared away. Hi, Lala. Welcome. And hi, Tammy. Thank you for being here. Melissa, hello. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. Hi, Sue. Welcome. All right, so that is the first one. Also, Friday, May 3rd, is our next Magickal Minds Empowered Youth Group. That is if you are local to the Easton, Pennsylvania, or Phillipsburg, New Jersey area. Karen and myself, my other partner at Oracles of the Light, over at our space in Wilson, which is, again, Oracles of the Light, we actually host a monthly empowered youth group for children ages 11 to 18 years old. And so it's really a way for them to come together, to meet other friends, other souls and individuals like themselves. We have a lot of amazing children, some who have been, who have struggled to make friends because of bullying, energy sensitive, and we teach the children, so it really doesn't matter. There's really no rhyme or reason. But really what it is about is a place for them to come be themselves, to have a creative outlet as we work with them with different crafts and creative projects. We also teach them things like sound healing and therapy. We teach them the importance of working with sound. We teach them the benefits of working with crystals, and we give the children crystals. We teach them about mindfulness and being aware of their emotions and their thoughts, their words. We teach them meditation and how to keep themselves nice and grounded. So it's a really powerful way to empower them, giving them the tools they need to basically function in everyday life in a setting such as school, which can be very energetically and emotionally chaotic. All right. So if you're interested, I believe I've slacked on getting that event created. I thought I did it, but I think I did not. So it's Friday, May 3rd. I should have the event up hopefully this evening. So just bear with me. Keep checking back. Should be there no later than tomorrow. And if you're interested, the registration information is there because you do have to pre-register your child. It is free for your child to attend. We only ask for an occasional donation because this is all funded directly from Karen and myself, and we use that donation to assist in purchasing supplies for the kids, games, crafts, you name it, snacks. So if you're interested, pre-registration's required. Just reach out to me if you need more details. All right. Hello, Michelle and Jerry. Welcome. You guys are just in time. I'm just talking news and announcements. Haven't gotten to the reading just yet. And then May 19th, I believe that's a Sunday, the Oracles of the Light are hosting our next tea and readings event. So, we like to do these every couple of months we host a tea and readings in-person event. So a lot of our clients ask us, how can we come and have a reading in person? Because we do not often offer them in person, our oracle guidance readings, mainly for the reason that our facility is not located in the same town that any of us live in. So it is a little bit of a travel back and forth just to be able to offer a reading or two here and there. So we actually offer our readings most commonly through video chats, scheduling a one-on-one live video chat, or through a video recording. So that's how we most commonly do it. But we do like to give that availability to people. So what we often do is every couple of months we host an event in our facility in Wilsonboro, Pennsylvania, or Easton, Pennsylvania. And we'll host some sort of event where you can book your reading in advance, get your time slot, and then you can come and play games, have snacks, meet up with other people. And we often do this through a tea party. And we always do a different theme tea party. So this one we are actually doing the Mad Hatter Tea Party. So it's Alice in Wonderland theme. We basically are transforming our entire space into a Wonderland. And you get to choose which oracle blindly that you wish to have your in-person oracle guidance reading with. Through purchasing your ticket, you get to choose one character from Wonderland, and you do not know which oracle is which character. So basically you have the option to purchase a reading with the White Rabbit, the Queen of Hearts, or the Mad Hatter. So depending on who you choose, you'll get your time slot. You come either at that time, or you can stay for the entire thing. And then you'll find out who your oracle is, and then you sit down, you have about a 20-minute reading with them. And we're also having some giveaways. Just everybody is automatically entered for purchasing. And we are doing a lot of Mad Hatter or Wonderland themed prizes. So I know one of the prizes that we're giving away is an Alice in Wonderland oracle card deck. Another one is Alice in Wonderland, really interesting and cleverly crafted teacup. And we've got other few things up our sleeves. And so there will be tea offered, a lot of Wonderland themed snacks and treats. So there's going to be a lot going on. We're going to be playing some trivia throughout the day and just having a lot of fun. So if you're interested, tickets are $35, advanced purchase required as seating is limited. We can only read so many people in the time that we're there. So therefore, we do have to make it a limited seating. So basically, you book your reading in advance with one of the characters from Wonderland. So obviously, it will be out of myself, Karen, or Lindsay. All right, if you want more information on that, the event has been created on both Oracles of the Light and Magickal Me. Head on over, check them out. And I think we're taking tickets until maybe the week after this, or next week. The details are all there. So check it on out if you're interested, all right? And that's it for now. We do have another shadow workshop coming up. I believe it's going to be at the end of the month, but that has not been set in stone yet, so we'll keep you more posted for anybody who's interested. The shadow workshop was a really huge hit the last time we did it, and we have kind of like a series going on. So the next part of that series, doesn't matter if you took the first one or not, it's still open to anybody. But again, this one will also be hosted in person, not online. All right, I think that's it. Hi, Anna. Welcome, sweetheart. Glad you made it. Okay, so time for oracle reading. Right. I have decided once again, because of the Fae energy being so very strong, Beltane tomorrow and on the 1st, it's actually a fire festival, but it's also considered a huge time for the elemental energy and the Fae energy. So I'm working with the wild wisdom of the Fairy Oracle once again. And, it's by Lucy Cavendish. Here's the case. Okay. One of my first and favorite decks ever. Aww. Yeah, I wish you could too, Sue. It would be so fun. But thank you, sweetheart. All right. So let's see. What guidance comes forward for the collective good for the week of April 29th, 2019? Ooh. So the card is a number 20, which breaks down to be a 2. 2 is the number of balance. It is the number of things coming together. It's also often associated with relationships. So not solely romantic, but also romantic relationships, partnerships, a culmination of two things coming together, if you will. But these relationships could also signify family, friendships, and that much, okay? So it is the littlest fairy. Appreciate the beauty and value of the exquisite and small. All right. I really like this card. It talks about basically not overlooking or discounting that in which isn't readily noticeable, if that makes sense. Hi, Lauren. Welcome, love. You're just in time. Just pulled the card. So it's a number 2, which is all about balance and something coming together. And it's the littlest fairy. And it just says, appreciate the beauty and value of the exquisite and small. So when this card comes forward, I feel like it's talking to me, so take this message as talking to yourself. And I feel like that sometimes I may view myself as, like the word that I want to say is almost like the underdog or something in a situation. Hey, Risa. Welcome, sweetheart. Glad you made it. So I feel like it's a really a strong message about not giving yourself the credit that you deserve, that you yourself aren't seeing yourself as the rock star, really, that you are. It's about thinking that something, because it is small, it is not as powerful, if that makes sense. So it's almost like seeing something as insignificant or overlooking it. So the card is a reminder of how incredibly significant you are, how incredibly powerful you are. Now, you can also look at this as seeing something in another that you might be overlooking, that you might be somehow discrediting without realizing that you're doing so. For example, the first thing that I'm gonna go to, because of the littlest fairy, it reminds me of my daughter, even though she's not so little anymore, she's actually taller than me. It still reminds me of my, of my daughter too, where I may, if I look at this from the outside perspective and not necessarily applying it to myself, that there might be something that I'm not noticing on the outside, on the surface, because I might not be looking close enough. I might just be kind of, passing through my day, busy, going through the motions of what I need to do and what I need to get done, and not necessarily looking at what might be going on within her internally. Now, this could apply to someone else in your life, not necessarily a child, but it could be a romantic partner. It could be, a friend. It could be a family member, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. So it's really about not discounting or taking for granted that someone else might be going through something that you aren't recognizing. So it's kind of asking you to take a step out of how consumed you might be being this week, and really take a good look at those people closest to you and stop and see what might be going on. It's almost like there's an opportunity for truth to be revealed that you may not have even noticed there is anything that needs to be revealed, if that makes sense. So I feel like the message is about not overlooking those we may ordinarily deem as, and I don't want to say the word insignificant, but you know what I'm saying, how you go through your motions throughout the day, and sometimes we are just so busy, we are just so consumed that we forget to stop and really pay attention to what could be going on that you're missing. Is that person going through an emotional trauma that might need your attention? is that person having some emotions come up to the surface, maybe even in a partnership that maybe needs some clearing the air. Maybe there needs to be a discussion about something. So really taking a good look at those relationships around you and not seeing it through eyes of the surface, if that makes sense. Really looking through the surface to see, their energy, watching their actions, and what are you sense? Kind of tune in, if you will, and maybe sit down and have a conversation. How is everything? How are you? Is there anything that you need? Is there something that I can do for you? You see? So it's really important to kind of check in, all right? I'm feeling really drawn to the fact that there's like strong feminine energy here. So for those of you with young daughters, yeah, we're all being put on point here. So just check in, and I'll be doing that as well. All right. So, but then if you want to take it to the reflection of within, like I said, the first thing that I actually heard was kind of not giving yourself enough credit for what you're capable of achieving. And that really relates to my own personal cards that I pulled for myself today, because it was all about kind of like being my own champion and almost like a download of truth, that I was going to have some sort of an epiphany that was all about me seeing that the magic that I've been trying to learn, let's say, I'm giving you an example here, or, maybe something that I've always been wanting to have others see me as, or that I wanted to become, I've always been. And I just hadn't seen it until like now. So it's really about that epiphany moment of your own self as well. Looking at yourself with new eyes. This is a perfect week for that, because we are rebirthing. We are manifesting into physical now at this time. Think in terms of Beltane energy with the God and the Goddess energy coming together as one. This could be seen as your own divine masculine, your own divine feminine coming together as one, which is the feminine being that creative inspiration type energy, the nurturing, so coming up with the ideas, and then the masculine being the one that is the doer, the one that actually puts the spark under your butt and gets you moving and takes the initiative forward in putting together those inspirations, the ideas, the dreams, the goals. So it's the culmination of the two coming together for that trinity of energy. So don't overlook yourself. You are very capable. You are significant. You are powerful. You can achieve. Appreciate who you are and what you have to offer, because believing is seeing. You have to believe in you, or else no one else is going to. All right. So I hope that message makes sense to us all and resonates, and check in. Check in with you. Check in with your family, your friends, the lovers. Check in. It's a good idea. All right. All right. With that said, we move on to the mudra segment of the reading. Hi, Marie. Welcome. So I just wrapped up the oracle reading. You can catch anything that you missed back on replay. And now I like to work with mudras. And I'll tell you why. So I work with two different decks, both by the same creator. Mudras for Awakening the Five Elements is this one, and then the other one is Mudras for Awakening the Energy Body, both by Alison D. Nicola. So mudras, the word itself is Sanskrit, and it translates to seal. So it is an ancient Tibetan practice of creating seals with hand symbols or gestures. Each finger is said to have an energy trigger or point within them. So when you use your palms, and your palms actually have chakras as well, everybody, so the hands are incredibly powerful here. So depending on what symbol you're using and how you're using the energy of your hands, by forming these symbols, combining them with breathing, channeling, or focusing intention, it enables you to bring and channel energy into your energy centers within your body, also known as chakras. These energy centers are like massive spinning wheels or vortexes of light. Each of them work on the four main bodies, being your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, and your spiritual body. Now, if you have any blockage within those areas, those bodies, or the energy centers, what's going to happen is it's going to create blockage in those bodies, which can then lead to emotional discord, mental blockage, fears, limitations, false beliefs. It could also then trickle onto the physical body, which can lead to physical dis-ease and ailments. So it's really a powerful way to channel energy into those centers that then alleviates the blockage, removes the blockage, and basically brings in energy to those centers, renewing them, re-energizing them, and clearing the blockage away. They also work on that spiritual body to assist in enlightenment and expansion of awareness. Okay, so consciousness expansion. So they are incredibly powerful. They are very healing and therapeutic. And they are so powerful that sometimes they come with cautions, because if we do already experience some sort of issue or ailment on our physical body, it can tend to overstimulate it, which could contribute to a little bit of irritation. So if there is, then I'll let you know in ahead of time, because each card that would do that would come with a little bit of a caution. So I'll let you know that in advance. But when we do mudras, it really does enable us to take our power into our own hands. So it's one thing to hear the message, right? And to hear what the guidance is coming in. But oftentimes, some of us are left feeling like, well, how do I do that? How do I be more attentive or listen more, or whatever it might be that's going on for the week? The mudra that comes forward oftentimes goes hand in hand with the message. So when we work with this mudra every day for the week, it really empowers us and it assists us in arising to the occasion, overcoming the obstacles and challenges. So really, there is no limit to how beneficial these are. They have been used for thousands of years, specifically with ancient Tibetan monks, but they are still being widely used throughout the world today in various holistic and spiritual practices. Okay? So how this works, I'm going to pull one just like I pull the oracle cards to go with our message for the week. And then I will show it to you and we will do it together so long as you choose. Okay? If you choose to do it, then that's fantastic. Otherwise, after the live is done, I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to post it on my page. And I encourage you to save it to your cell phone or whatever device you watch on so that you can practice the mudra once a day. You could do it more than that, but if you choose to at least do it once a day, you're going to see how much it assists you in moving through the week, overcoming those obstacles, and whatever it is that we are in most need of at this time. Okay? All right, here we go. So we will see which mudra comes forward for the collective good to assist us with what we most need this week of April 29th, 2019. Ooh, okay. So this is an element. It is not necessarily mudra, though I'm going to pull one to go with it. It's talking about the element of ether or space, if you will. So this is like in a pentacle or a pentagram, because a 5-pointed star is known as a pentagram. Pentacle with the all-encompassing circle around it is represented by the 4 elements, and then the 5th element being spirit. If you look, it actually is what Leonardo da Vinci showed us is the human body. We are made up of all 5 elements. And so from ether do we come into the physical. How incredibly powerful is that, considering it is Beltane, which is the divine great fertility rite between the god and the goddess coming together to create life. The act of creating life is to come from the ether into the physical manifest through the 5 elements. So it is about creating life this week. What are you breathing life into of your creation, of your dreams, of your desires, your goals. Think about that. So now let's see what mudra comes forward. And it's a 5, by the way. That number was a 5 on there, and it said Akasha. So the Akashic records, okay? 5 is a number of growth, overcoming challenges, big changes, and expansion. The Akasha, for those who do not know, is based upon our Akashic records, the hall of library, or the hall or library of the records of the history of the universe, the history of our own personal records as well. So every single incarnation that we've had, every single thing, thought, word, action that has occurred in this life, other lifetimes, and that will occur. So if you had your book of Akasha with you right now, what would you write in it that you wish to create for your future? That's the manifesting that we need to work with. Woo, it flew. It flew right out of the deck. And it is the Purna Hridaya Mudra. Open heart. That's kind of goes hand in hand here with the littlest fairy. It's kind of like having that open heart. No fear, no hindrance, no conditioning, no limitation, just completely open and vulnerable in the best possible way. Not shutting yourself down to possibility or to open receiving from others and to giving to others. So it does really go with our oracle message. So it assists with expansiveness, compassion, and self-acceptance. See, perfect. It directs breath and awareness to the chest, ribs, and back area. Directs energy to the thymus gland to assist the immune system, releases muscular tension from shoulders and upper back center, and it opens the spiritual heart, which is your thymus chakra. Just up here, okay? In between the heart and throat chakra is our higher heart, or our spiritual heart, okay? Its element is air. So we will do this one together. It's very, very simple to do. So basically you're going to interlace your fingers inward with palms facing down. Extend the thumbs downward to touch at their tips, making a heart shape. Okay? So just like this. Hi, Stacy. Welcome. So the mudra that we're working with right now, we're making a heart. I love it. Obviously going to hold this in between your heart chakra and your throat chakra, higher heart, okay? Relax your shoulders, straighten your spine. There's no caution with this one, so everyone should be good to go. Close your eyes. I'm going to have you take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And release, blowing the breath out of your mouth. Channeling your energy and awareness into that thymus chakra. Again, nice deep breath in through your nose. And release. Last time, deep breath in through your nose. And release. And you can state the affirmation: I open my infinite heart and embrace my true nature. Again, I open my infinite heart and embrace my true nature. Last time. I open my infinite heart and embrace my true nature. And so it is. And you can open your eyes. And that is it. I felt my crown very, very tingly every single time I took my breath in and then released. Lots of energy and activity happening around the crown chakra with that. So, okay, everyone, that is our weekly oracle guidance message, the news, the events, and our mudra. I encourage you to work with this at least once a day. If there is someone in your life that you know will benefit from working with that mudra, feel free to pull out the picture and show it to them and say, you know what, I feel like you could use this, especially when we have those in our life that have been down on themselves, the kids, the spouse, the friends, and especially those the little fairies in our life that need a little bit of that reminder of how incredibly infinite they are. Okay. Stacy, yes, right? Mine as well. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here. I do hope that you enjoy it. Much love and magical blessings to you this week. Take advantage of this Beltane energy. If you do not know about Beltane and the history and the origins of it, I do encourage you to do a little research. It is a beautiful ancient rite and fire festival that I love to actually participate in every single year in some way or another. I do a little something. Working with that manifesting as well this week. Very powerful part of that too. I will be posting a little bit of information on my page in honor of Beltane tomorrow. So you can always look and take a peek at that too. All right. Oh, Jerry, I'm so glad that you were then, sweetheart. And you are so welcome, everybody. Many blessings. Talk soon.